of Judah shall break every chain. Give I a victory again and again. The conquering lion shall break every chain. The conquering lion shall break every chain. The conquering lion shall break every chain. Give I a victory. Ooh, again and again. The Lion of Judah shall break every chain. The Lion of Judah shall break every chain. The Lion of Judah shall break every chain. Give I a victory again and again. The conquering lion shall break every chain. The conquering lion shall break every chain. The conquering lion shall break every chain. Give I a victory. Ooh, again and again. The Lion of Judah.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Shall break every chain.
Yeah, man. Bless up, north, south, east, and west. Yeah, it's been a long time, it's been about 2 weeks now since I sat down. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we got a good show today. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time today. Yeah, this is your man, Mr. Reggae Ambassador, representing. Yeah, be there. Yes, man. Yeah, me say big up, bless up for army fans around the world. Yeah, baby, I hope, yeah. Me say bless up. Yeah, me have to do some things here. 1,000, yeah. Yeah, me do things how me want. Yeah, me here, a friend technician. Yes, I am. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna have a good show today. Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks since I sat down. But no problem, no problem. Yes. We're going to have, there's a lot going on around the world right now, and it's crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. War everywhere, war in Europe, Palestinians, Israelis, everybody fighting, it's very bad. But what can you do? Times are bad, and I think it was written in the Bible, or it is written in the Bible or something that, this was going to come, it's going to happen. And so, it doesn't surprise me, although it surprises me because, there are too much misunderstanding upon earth. Yeah, God created the planet for man to live here forever. You have to live together, especially black people. We have to come together. Yeah. North, south, east, and west. We have to come together.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Life is crazy. but yeah, what can you do? Yeah, and we have a good show today. We have President to be Kofi Koranteng. Yeah, he's going to be on the show today. Yeah, we're going to interview him. There's a lot going on. People say whatever it is in Ghana, we should leave it like that. Yeah, I think that's crazy because we're not doing good. The whole African continent is a mess. And we have to start from Ghana. When Kwame Nkrumah started stuff, I think that's not what he wanted the continent to be, and especially Ghana. He wanted to take us to a different level, and we didn't do that. When he left, he didn't even leave. We overthrew him, which is crazy. But what can you do? And there's a lot of people that I've talked to that say, hey, whatever it is, we just have to leave it like that. And I disagree. I disagree. We have to make a very huge change, and quick, swift change, But what people tell me is that, African mentality and Ghanaian mentality, there's nothing you can do to change it, which I disagree. Anybody that talks like that is a house Negro. Yeah, me I would say so. Yeah, anybody that says that kind of stuff is a house Negro. Because we have to do something. Our hands are tied, and there's a whole lot going on, and we can't do anything. These guys they don't care. These politicians don't care. Bear with me. I got to do things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got to set up some things here on my own, and then we're going to go and then, listen to some few music, and then we're going to go to Kofi Koranteng today. Yeah, he's going to be on the show today, and then we're going to have a good time. Yeah, like I said, a lot of Ghanaians think we shouldn't bother trying to change the system in Ghana. I mean, it's a mess. So, I mean,
you're listening to Conscious Vibes.
If anybody says that, I disagree with them. That's a bad. Yeah, let me share this to my fellow guys here. Rasengambe in Zambia. Yeah, man. Big up. Yeah, me happy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Cool. Good. Yeah. 1,000. Yeah, at times I know my slow. Yeah, but it's good. Yeah, I think we have a big problem in Ghana. I'm not even going to go to African country because it's a whole big mess. The place are mash up. Until we have to do something. We need a very swift change. I don't know how to put it. But I don't want anything bad happening in the country. But we can't sit down there for a few people to be selfish and then destroying the future of the children of the country. I disagree. I think we have to do something by any means necessary. Yeah, man. Come on, let me share this now. Please bear with me, people. Bear with me. Yeah. So if you would tell me that, the mindset of the people cannot be changed, that's I disagree with you. Yeah, I will disagree with you. I don't think that's what we need to say. We need to come up with a plan. Come up with something as a group, as a country, as citizens of the country, and see if we can turn things around. By vote or by what? I don't know, but I don't think that whole democracy thing, I don't think it's working. But who am I to say? Today we're gonna have Kofi Koranteng here to talk about that, and hopefully he's gonna answer some questions for us. Because there's a lot of things that I believe it can happen in Ghana. We can make a swift change, but 99% of the people think we can do anything. Kofi Koranteng has been going around, telling people, hey, we need a change.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
And all they're telling him is, we don't need a change. You can't change it. How do you know he can't change it? You know, so hopefully we'll get him today to talk to us about everything. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Lord, I have so many. Yeah, let me copy this invitation and send it to Kofi. Yeah. Yeah, too bad. I got... I do a lot of things, you know. Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes, man. Yeah. Yeah, Kofi, if you're watching, I think I gave you 11:15. Kofi, don't find the time in your grow. So 11:15. Yeah, we'll have Kofi here. And then, yeah, we're going to talk about a whole lot of things. I think he has, he's a pretty smart guy. There's one guy in town right now called Cheddar. Yeah, I like him too. I just need a change. Because, come on, people. You know, we all travel here. We, you know, we come off foreign. You know, we come off foreign, and yeah, Kofi's right. And we've seen a lot of things here that, you know, we can implement in our country. So if I hear somebody saying we can't do it, no, we blew the boil. You know, yeah, Kofi is there. Oh my goodness. All right, let me see. Give me 1 second. Kofi, give me 1 second, please.
No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm 1,000. Maybe be I'm in quantity. I got to go to the stuffing. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to have Kofi Koranteng. I'm trying to connect him here. So give me 1 second. Let me do my stuff. A technician, you know, I tell you, I know a job on me. So, yeah. So, right there. Okay. Yeah, yesterday I was talking to some guys, and it was just pretty bad. Yeah, because they were telling me, you know, there's nothing we can do, and Kofi can't do anything, and I disagree with that. Solutions, if you're listening,
listening to Conscious Vibes.
Please come on right now, and then Kofi is here, but I can't see him on my screen. So I need to, yeah. All right. Kofi, can you see? Yeah, there you are. Yeah, that's my man right there. Respect, man.
Easy, Papa, easy.
Rasta, long time we don't see you. Well, if I'm born to tell me, if I'm born to tell me, I should have called a long time ago. There's a lot that's been going on. Because of my audience, I have a lot of audience around the world, Jamaica, Africa, different countries. So we're gonna go. I mean, let's say 80% brothel, and then vernacular. If you want to mix it up, that's okay. But because there are some people in Europe listening, and Zambia and South Africa especially, so we go mostly English. Kofi, welcome to Conscious Vibes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you
cool? Are you cool? I've been good, and I've been following you though. Give me 1 second here. I got to pull something. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Kofi, see, what do you think about what's going on in Ghana? Because before we start, you know, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. You know, I was talking to some guys yesterday, and I think they are right, because the mindset of the people is just so mashed up, you know, massively. So it's very hard to turn this Titanic around, because they talk about the governments and everything, but the people themselves, you know, they're not ready for a change. You know, that's how I see it. So, Kofi, really, why you want to be a president of Ghana? Because I wouldn't even bother, you know, because it's a mess down there. They won't even listen to you. So why you want to be a president of that country?
Well, a couple of things. And good afternoon, good evening, good morning to your audience all over the world, wherever you are. Reggae Ambassador has been friends. We've been friends for a while, and he's a great guy. He's passionate about his country and what he does. I respect him as a man, and it's an honor to get this invitation to come on your platform and share some thoughts. And I know for all of you who are watching, I think you share the same sentiments. You share the same sentiments, and we are grateful for your audience. And hopefully, we have a great time today talking about what is important to us as Black people. And this segues into your question: why do I want to be a president when everybody's jumping ship?
Yes. Yep.
Well, for the people who are jumping ship, they just don't understand the trends. Because if you don't have vision, then you will jump ship. If you don't understand what's going on, then you will jump ship. The question everybody needs to ask themselves is, why is it that all the Black people, all the Ghanaians are jumping ship, but all the white people, all the conscious people are coming in? It can't be that bad, can it? Because there is something here that it is said that everything in life has the exact value you wish to place on it.
Exactly.
The reason why I am here in Ghana is because I have placed so much value in Ghana. And rightfully so, because I know what Ghana has.
Okay.
And if you do know what is contained in Ghana, if you love the people, you love everything that Ghana stands for, then this is the best time to invest in Ghana. Your mind, your soul, your body, everything. So this narrative about people are leaving and everybody's giving up, it's because they just don't respect the science. One, they don't understand the science, not SCIENCE, that too, but more so SINGS.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, wow.
Yes. So this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. If you understand the science, then you will appreciate the science.
Exactly.
And you will stay and not leave. You will plant your flag
You're
and not
listening to
pack up and leave. So
Vibes.
I think we have a responsibility to gradually also, in doing what we're doing, to elevate the consciousness of the people around us, for them to know that, hey, this is when we all get together, especially with the diaspora, for you to help us stop this train that is a 1,000-ton train that is moving at 1,000 miles per hour to the station.
Yep.
Where there's only women and children, is going to plow into them and kill everybody. We need to stop this moving wreck. And that's why I planted my flag here. I believe so much in the youth of Ghana. 66% of the population cannot be wrong. The reason why Africa is an emerging market, and particularly Ghana, is because, Joe, when you take a look at the science, and you look at what's happening in BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and with United Arab Emirates joining, with Egypt joining, with Saudi Arabia and Iran joining, with Ethiopia joining, we want to be called to the table of the BRICS because that's the new world order.
Okay.
With all the gold that we have here, why will anybody be leaving?
Exactly.
With all the resources that we have here, why will anybody to leave in? Because they want to artificially devalue the country so that if you leave, then they can steal. It would be a heist.
Yeah.
They could steal everything. So we know, like I said, we understand the science. So we appreciate the science. And that's why we want to get people, to bring them to that level of consciousness, so together we could turn this sinking ship around.
Yeah, I like when you bring in consciousness, because people say action speaks louder than words, but what speaks louder than words, I think, is consciousness, because the brain is very powerful, and it's a very powerful tool to just waste it, you know. And so when I hear my fellow Ghanaians saying, "Hey, we can do it,"
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Kofi can do it. Nobody can do it. I just blow that boy, you know. So right now, Kofi, what really will you do differently that will turn people to? Because right now, it's not just getting rid of the politicians is one thing, and the whole population too is another thing. Both areas are messed up. So right now, we'll get back to that. I mean, there's a last question that I'll ask you, but right now you're sitting there like a gentleman. I mean, I'm not scared of you, but if I see Ibrahim Tori, Tori, if I'm pronouncing it right, of Burkina Faso. Yeah, that guy is, I mean, he's something. I mean, he's sitting there and he's looking furious, you know. So people are scared of him, if you see where I'm coming from. But you as a gentleman, you know, I mean, what can you say or what can you do to make people think, hey, we have to listen to this guy? Because you make sense. You make 210% sense, but people just don't want to listen.
All right. Well, let me say with Tuari, you have to understand the seriousness of your conduct is not in the look on your face. It's in the mind. So I could smile with you, dance with you, hug and kiss you, but it's contained in this mind is totally different. And if you know what is contained in Kofi's mind, you probably go and hang out more with Tuari than Kofi Koranteng.
I bet. Because I know you don't play with your words at all. I mean, you don't play. Yeah.
Because the grand strategy that we bring in, I know when we finally deploy, will shatter people's minds. A good friend of mine says, Kofi, your best way in the Nkrofo commit to suicide because they don't want to deal with you. You see? And and I believe him. And I know that's true. I haven't even said anything to the people. People just want to disappear. Yeah. Because they know what's coming. And I'm serious. You see, listen, when people say all is lost in Ghana, number one, they don't understand the magnitude of the problem. Exactly. Where they start from fixing the problem. So they think
you're listening to Conscious
They
Vibes.
think that it's all lost.
Yeah, but it's not.
Everybody sees from their level of understanding and consciousness. So when you have a trained mind, that's the level at which you decipher things. Exactly. So if you see a problem and it's cumbersome and complex, and you think, listen, there's no way I could touch this. It's done. I can't do anything with, because that's where the functionality of your mind starts from. Exactly. When I see the same problem, I said, okay, when do I start? Because I know exactly where to start it from, because I understand the problem. And that's how people evaluate things. And that's why we have so many people giving up on Ghana. Because the best of Ghana, Joe, is getting ready to get started. Good. We haven't seen the best Ghana yet. If the Ghanaians give me a chance, the best of Ghana, the whole independence, we're going to have a new independence. And people will appreciate more than any place else, more than any citizen of the world, of any other country of the world. People appreciate and will die to be citizens of Ghana than any other place in the world, because the Ghanaian exceptionalism is coming.
You see, at times, you know my background, and if I see something like Boeing, what just happened to Boeing, the plane was in the air and the door went open. We call something root cause analysis. You go down and sit down and go back to where everything started, so you can figure out what happened, and so you fix it and it doesn't happen again. Okay, some people, just like you said, they see a problem and they go, whoa, we are dead, And somebody else with a level of knowledge, some level of knowledge, will see the same problem. You see, you see what I'm saying? So you make sense there. You make good sense. Kofi, when Kwame Nkrumah started, he wanted to spread everything from Ghana through
You're listening
Africa.
to Conscious Vibes.
You know,
Vibes.
his vision and mission was to bring Africa together. Now he couldn't do that, but we formed an organization called OAU, Organization of African Unity, if I'm pronouncing it right, African Union or Unity or whatever. So right now, I don't see any teeth. It's like a retired lion, you know, a lion that can catch a prey. You know, they're not doing anything. I mean, are they relevant at this time? You think it's necessary to have that body?
Maybe for what it's worth, but not from where I'm standing.
Okay.
You see, and the reason why I say that is because, you see, Africa has got to be for Africans. We have got to stop wallowing in the misery of poverty.
Okay.
We wallow in the spectrum of poverty from back and forth, from back and forth. Our leaders need to start massaging the possibilities of excellence in the human experience. And that takes a different mindset and a different mind.
It does.
You see? So till they do that, the OAU will be a vegetarian lion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a vegetarian lion before?
Yes. Yeah. That's they are tough to find, but they do exist. You know.
Okay.
Because
I haven't seen one. But if you're a vegetarian lion, you will die.
that's what Ashantis call sibokokra, you know, because it can't catch a prey anymore, so it just lies there and eats some grass and then die. You know, yeah, it's a big problem, like you said. Anyway, I'm trying to get my. So, Kofi, what should Ghanaians expect from their leaders? I don't think they know what to expect. So I wanted to come out from you, from their leaders.
Well, that's one of the biggest problems.
Yeah.
Ghanaians don't know what they deserve. If you don't know what you deserve, then you cannot expect it. So we first have to bring them to the
vibes.
We first have to bring them to the point of knowing what they deserve.
How do we do that, though? I mean, I was talking to some guys yesterday. They were about to beat me up. It's like, hey, it's not going to happen. We can't do it. Just leave it like that.
Well, you see, and that's the job of the leader. Because, you see, Einstein said you can't elevate a person and fix their problems from the same level of consciousness that their problems were conceived, right?
Yep.
So if a person is in a pit, they can only see from that prism of perspective. For them to see how low they are, you first have to elevate them into another plane.
Yep.
So that's the job of a leader. And because we haven't had a leader for the last 67 years, we will continue to wallow in this vicious cycle, the rat race. So you need somebody who comes in, who understands the problem, understands the psychology of the people, and say, okay, I'm going to do this and fix this problem. And that's why I talk about we need a national development plan. And to develop a nation, there are 10 things you need to do for your people. And the 10 things are housing, healthcare, employment, education, transportation, telecommunication, security, recreation, markets, and a functional CBD, Central Business District.
Okay.
If you do these things, then the people begin to enjoy and feel worthy of their citizenship. So not until the people enjoy. You see, right now when you come to Ghana, Ghanaians don't know how to enjoy a dual or triple or 4-lane expressway without potholes.
At all.
Most people haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
Ghanaians have not seen a city that all traffic lights worked before.
It's ridiculous.
It's non-existent.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Ghanaians have not seen any place without gutters. They think gutters are, you can't build a place where people live without gutter.
That's my
They
problem
don't
right there.
understand how gutters could be underground.
You're listening
That's
to
my problem right there.
Vibes.
You know, because they think it cannot be done. That's where my problem.
Exactly.
I mean, I scream at the top of my voice. They will listen. It can't be done. You know, so so when you come and you say all these things, they are like, "What is this guy talking about?" You know, he can't do it. But if they don't give you a chance, how are they gonna know you can do it? You know, but
Well, that's the predicament, and that's why we are relying on the conscious few, because we don't need all Ghanaians to understand Kofi Koranteng before we flip the switch. We just need the conscious few to be proactive.
proactive, yeah, okay. I see your point.
Once the conscious few become proactive, then we can flip the switch and the change begins.
Okay.
So the ignorant few or the ignorant masses, we allow them to lay. You see, because you can't really do much with them because they just don't understand. They're not exposed yet
It's tough.
to be able to pick what is good for them. So the responsibility of choice lies on the people who are conscious. And we have enough of them because you see, in Ghana, in a place like Ghana, the social narrative is not built by the unconscious illiterates. The social narrative is built by the conscious literate.
Okay.
You see? So if everybody who's conscious goes around and says, you know what, I feel with Tuama Kofi. Kofi no be. The person who is ignorant or illiterate and doesn't know what this is about, say, hey, I don't know, Biaka say, Kofi, you see, I could be a friend of Kofi. I am to money and share.
Okay.
They strike, vote, and then bam, there's change. And they're like, hey, sir, nah, Aquano wouldn't be obey. But before that, nobody's going to know. The problem in every society is the good men and women recline. And evil thrives when good men and women refuse to do good.
Exactly. It's a tough journey, Kofi. It's a
You're
tough
listening
journey.
to Conscious Vibes.
At times, I put myself in your shoes because I'm out there trying to advocate, and it's like, what are you talking about? You know, and this. Now, with that being said, let me go to the next question. People are sending. Anyway, Facebook. People that are watching from Facebook, let me know where you're watching from. Okay, because I know there are people around the world. I know one guy watching from Jamaica right now. Desire Wagwaman. Yeah, big up. Okay, so Kofi. A lot of people think we don't need a third party. It's like we have NDC, we have MPP, we are good, and these guys are a mess. But you know, I keep going back and forth because it's still not clear to other people. Now, why do you think we need a third party? I mean, right now, not you. Think about a third party. You know, I mean,
we don't need a third, but we know we don't need a third party.
Okay,
what we need
a leader
is a functional, working alternative to the Dukadaya mafioso cabals of the NDC and MPP. That's what we need. So the total different paradigm.
Okay.
We have a third party, do we not? We have a lot of third parties.
Oh yeah, a bunch of them. Yeah.
Have they done anything?
Nope.
Okay, so we need a functional alternative to the Dukadaya mafioso cabals. Okay, who is going to do the things I just told you? 3 things. Change the constitution, eradicate corruption, institute a national development plan that's going to do the 10 things I talked about, which is housing, healthcare, employment, education, transportation, telecommunication, security, recreation, markets, and a functional CBD. If you don't do these things, you are a joker. And quite honestly, Ghanaians cannot even consider you for the position of a candidate for president.
But you see, everything you said now, like I keep saying that it makes sense, but people don't get it. They just don't get it. It's like what is he talking about? I mean, we need this, we need that, we have this, we have that, but they don't even know what they need. That's the problem, you know.
But Joe, you don't stop something. You don't stop something or change direction just because people don't get it. If you're an ethical, morally conscious person like I am, you do it till they get it.
Till they get it. Yep, that's a good way to go.
That's the challenge.
Yes, that's
so. I'm not gonna change strategy. Well, maybe some strategies are gonna change, but the core message
is gonna
it's gonna be the same thing because that's what I know deep in my heart is right for the people. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not just doing stuff just to be popular or do things that people will buy into. I'm doing what I know is right for the people. And it may not be popular now, but if we keep drilling it down. See, if you take a look at since I came into the race in 2019,
long time.
We have moved the dial quite a bit. People are beginning to now understand what Kofi Koranteng was talking about.
Yeah.
We haven't had the inroads that we wanted, but we have certainly made some. Gotten some traction.
Okay.
So you just have to play your course, keep at it, keep doing it till you have so much weight to not just move the dial, but cause a major change. You see, and that's what we are doing. You cannot stop just because people don't get it. Well, people don't get it. Maybe you're not telling the story right, so you need to find ways to telling the story. But the story, the story does not change.
We got work to do. Like I said, people watching on Facebook, let me know where you're watching from. Okay, please. Kofi Koranteng. This is Kofi Koranteng. He's running for a leader in Ghana. I mean, we need a change, and we need somebody like Kofi Koranteng, and he makes sense, and everything he says makes sense. We just got to give him a chance, you know, because people are. There's a lot of doubt in people's mind because they fed up. If you fed up with NDC and MPP, then you might as well make a change, you know. But the problem is they don't want to make a change. So at times I want to force them to make a change, and I don't want to put some words.
Well, and Joe, you know, some consideration to the people who have never really wanted to make a change is because they've really never had a real alternative. They've really never had a real alternative. Who has the alternative been outside of NDC MPP? They all work for the NDC MPP for the most part.
Nobody.
You see? So now if they see Kofi Koranteng, well, once Kofi Koranteng is on the ballot, they will vote for Kofi Koranteng. Because listen, in the last election, 5 million people plus did not vote. They were on the voter registry, but they didn't vote.
Wow.
Why wouldn't they vote if they're on the voter registry? Because they didn't, my guess is they didn't see what they wanted on the ballot.
They didn't have a good choice.
So I honestly think, and this is where I believe that we're going to see a landslide victory. We're not going to go a second round. Kofi Koranteng is going to win with a landslide because I make sense. I know I make sense.
Yes, you do.
I know you can't. Listen, Joe, and this is not being braggadocious or anything, but you can't compare any other candidate to me.
That's true.
Nowhere close.
Yeah, that's true because
no other candidate.
Yeah, I'm very picky, and anytime I wanna be a friend to somebody, I wanna be sure I'm a friend to a good person. You know, I just don't follow people because they are popular or whatever. But if you make sense like you do, you know, then I become your friend. You know, I know people in the MPP party. I know people that are in power, and some of them are in big positions. And I could move to Ghana, but I no, that's not what I want. I want somebody that makes sense like you, you know. And so it's up to Ghanaians to give you the chance. And I don't know what to tell them. I mean, what to do. But anyway, you're doing good. We will go to what are they called? EGC or ECG? I mean, those guys that you know. Do
ECG, the power people.
Jesus Christ, yeah, we'll go there. But
the powerless power people.
Well, I heard we'll go there. Yeah, we'll go there. Kofi, so you still stick to your Western style of democracy, right? That, I mean, if you look at Paul, what's it, Paul Kagame or yeah, that guy is not, you know, he his style is a little different, you know, but he's making a big impact, you know. So are you gonna go, you know,
You're
strictly
listening to
with the
Conscious
Western
Vibes.
style of democracy, like what we're doing in Ghana right now? I mean, when you get into power, when we vote you in, are you gonna kind of spice it up a little bit? You know, make it a little, kind of do a little change, or you're just gonna do the same old thing?
The Western style democracy does not even work. Period.
Thank you. Wow.
Democracy.
It came from the man himself.
Does not.
Wow.
Democracy does not even work. Long term, there are a lot of, you see, and I'll tell you that what the Western powers term democracy is not really democracy. It's really authoritarian, because if you are not, systems will collapse, because everybody would want to do whatever they think is right for them, and you cannot have that chaos. So it's only termed democracy, but it's really not democracy they're practicing. And that's not what we are going to do. We're going to do what works for Ghana. We are different people. We have a different culture.
I like that.
And we are going to take the best of all the systems around the world. That's why I traveled all over the world and spoken to developers and planners of different economies. And we know the things that work. And that's what we are going to massage and develop for our people. We're not going to take anybody's square plug and put into our round hole. It's going to be our plug, custom designed for our hole.
Well, what I'm getting here is some good kudos for you. We got people watching from Maryland, and yeah, Ellen. I'll say fact. Yeah, there's a lot of people are watching you on Facebook right now. And Kofi is a very he makes sense. And I mean, you have to listen to him, and you have to go to his website and then check him out. If you don't understand, if this is the first time you seeing him, go to his website. And I'll check him out, you know, read some things about him, some things that he's said. And you can go to YouTube. He's had a lot of interviews with different stations. And listen to the man, okay? And then you can figure it out yourself. All right, Kofi. See, let me go here for a second. All right.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
That's a mystery. Some the door, some tea.
Some the door, so when I'm waiting here for head, now saying some not do cry.
Okay, Kofi. Are you, when you come in? Some people are scared you're going to be a puppet of the West too. I mean, everybody comes in, and you just said something. Said when you come in, you do what works for Ghana, and I like that. I like that a lot. That means you got something somewhere that you don't want to talk about now, but I like that. So people think you are going to be a puppet of the West, the colonial master, which I call house Negroes. You know, what do you have to say about that? People are scared.
Well, I totally understand them, and I know why they feel like that. But let me explain things to you so that they know I am different.
All right,
Joe. The reason why a lot of people feel that Kofi is going to be a house nigger is because, you see, when these guys become presidents in our part of the world, they stoop to the Bretton Woods. If I say Bretton Woods, you know what I'm talking about. The IMFs, World Banks and all of those other Paris Club and all that nonsense, right? And it's because we don't know how to generate money. So then you have to rely on somebody. Now, the moment you rely on somebody for your food and your water, for everything else, for you to live, then obviously you have to do the things that they tell you to do their way. Am I?
You are right.
Now,
hit the nail on the head.
Reason. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Paul?
Perfect. Yep.
Okay. So the moment you become sustainable in your own world, where you produce everything you need and you eat, and you are willing to work with people who are not going to kind of like, put you in a lock for you to agree to their terms.
Yeah.
then you have the freedom for you to think freely and do things that work for you and your people. So let me explain to you why we're not going to depend on the West. All the monies that have been stolen in the last 67, people will have to cough it back out.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Because if we have the money, then we don't have to go to the West.
Yeah,
We could just buy. See, let me tell you, the relationship the BRICS have with Africa is different from the relationship the West have with Africa.
That's true, yeah.
The West will give you a loan and tell you how to spend it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And give you the terms of how to pay it.
Yep. Yeah, you never get out of that.
BRICS will come into your country and say, what is it that you want?
You want, yep.
And I would say, I want infrastructure, I want highways, I want A, B, C, D. This is what my national development plan is. Do it for me. And then they would say, good, we're going to build it for you, but in exchange, we want this mineral in this amount, this amount, this amount, this amount. Can you give us this? And we will say, well, we can maybe give you this, but we can't give you that. We can give you this and not give you that.
So on our terms,
but at the end of the day, you give them something and you get something very
back.
specific in return. An end of story, end of relationship. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
That's not how the West works with Africa. The West have their country representative in your country telling you how to spend their money.
Exactly.
Money that they have given you, how you spend it, how you pay it. And on top of all of that, they take your women and your children and everything on top.
Yep.
So this is a different relationship. So it's up to you who you decide to work with. And because they have paid and they have all these puppets working for them in our governments, that's what it's been.
Yeah, ever.
So I can understand why people say, Kofi, you're going to be a function of the West.
Yes.
Well, I'm telling you the strategy now. If we can raise money by ourselves and listen, Joe, just from cassava alone, we can make enough foreign exchange reserves to run our country. Why is it that we're not doing it? Why are we importing cassava and corn? Because we have bottom pit leaders who are operating at a level 1. We have so much money stolen at the tone of about 3 billion every year for the last 32 years. Yes. That's $96 billion. So then if Kofi Koranteng comes in and says, okay, guys, game over. You've had your nice little charades.
Yep.
Bring back all the money you stole and you have 30 days to do that, deposit that in the Bank of Ghana. You don't do that, the axe is coming down, and nobody could save you. The West can't save you.
So you'll be working with the police or with the military. I mean, right now it looks like you have some sort of an iron hand, and without the military or
no, it's not. What's iron about my hand? Look at my hand. What's iron about it?
Because
all I'm saying. Okay, Joe. No. I totally take offense when you say that. Joe, let me tell you why I take offense.
Yeah.
You have in your pocket money that does not belong to you. Bring it back, and you say, Kofi, you have an iron hand. Why do I have an iron hand?
That's what we need.
That's the money. Does the money belong to you? Yes or no?
We need an iron hand. Yes, it will be Kokobo Engineer if I said it right.
Massa. Me no nyajure. What could we scan ya to no face iron hand? Who could we scan? Why can't just iron hand beba beji? Now when me massa, he baby furniture concert no first can bra. I'm first kind of man. I'll be grow. Massa, don't get me started on this film, man.
Yeah, I like those words because I could be baby.
My main couple of no beer who say I play decent. Me catch the power hand up my loose guard into the my main couple of for us.
Yeah, Kofi. With all being said, now, at least you have to get on the ballot, and the people have to vote for you. You know, so what are you doing to get yourself? ECG or whatever, I think they messed you up before. This time around.
EC, that's EC. EC is the Electoral Commission, and ECG is the Electricity Corporation of Ghana.
Okay. I thought that was an ECG or whatever. Okay, EC.
There's still no real difference between the two of them. They're all dead That would.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a point because I mean, right now they control the electricity in the country, and you know I don't know.
Who control electricity? Who control ballot? Massa. Yeah.
Kofi, this time, what are you doing different to get yourself on the ballot? Because these guys they are a pain in the butt, and I think they're trying to.
You're listening to Conscious
get rid of
Vibes.
you or something.
In fact, Joe, the attorney said, what we are going to do, we cannot share in detail for obvious reasons, but we're going to get on the ballot.
Okay, good. That's good. Because we need you there. Yeah, we need you. The people have to see you there. They see your name or your photo or whatever. And then, you know, of course, excuse me, especially the youth. You know, my nephew, Nana Kwame Young Vibes, I mean, he's out there, you know, mentioning your name everywhere. And so most of the youth, they want you on the ballot. You know, so it will be sad to see that, you know, these EC idiots don't get you up there. But once you get your, you know, I know you know the steps to take to get there. When you, well, I'm going to say something about Burkina Faso, you know. Now, I think they are like the fourth or the third most developing country in the world or something since they took over the...
How difficult was that? They haven't even been 12 months yet.
The guy had to come in with a gun. You see my problem? That's where I'm trying to get at, you know, because people will listen, you know, so he had to come in with a military uniform, and now they're listening and they're taking over, you know. And I was talking to some people yesterday, and they said the same thing. NDC MPP is not going. I don't want any problem in Ghana, you know. So people put Kofi on the ballot, and when he's on there, go vote for him. That's what we want. You vote for him, there will be a change. You see what I'm saying? So, okay. So we have tons of natural resources, you know. And you said when you come back, when you come to power, you're going to take over that, right? Because right now we sold them all, and we probably signed a contract for 200 years. How are you going to turn it around? I mean, we gave it away.
We don't know what's contained in the contract, so we have to comb through the contract to see that which is reversible. But in any case, if we're making enough money, we could pay them back because they're not giving us much anyway. So flipping around will not be a difficult thing to do. Ubi about fear about you go that come out, not say, hey, remember 10 CDs every month. Who change the contract and I'm on 10 CDs that you go to back and yet didn't sell by. You see what I'm saying? So because one more boo in the first place, one more year deal no equitable anchor, we wouldn't have to flip things around.
Even right now, go ahead.
Yeah, so for the most part, we're gonna comb through it and see where things were not done correctly, compliantly, so that we could use that as a basis to reverse some of these loans. But we wouldn't know the extent of the damage that we actually get in because the current RTI does not give you access to these things. So we cannot know. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
We made attempts to use that bill to get information, but unfortunately, it's not forthcoming. So we're gonna have to wait till we get there to find out. But the consciousness is everything workable in terms of the natural resources is going to be done in Ghana. We're not going to sell anything raw to anybody.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to buy anything from Ghana, you have to get it at the highest value add price. You cannot get anything and then take to your neck of the woods and go add value. We will sell it to you at the highest value add price, and then you go do whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah.
But we want to make sure that 100% of the value of it, market value of it, is retained and made in Ghana.
Yeah, there's a lot. Right now, we import everything. You know, we have some good universities in Ghana. You know, science and technology. We have. Last time I checked their engineering faculty, and it was a mess. So there are some things we don't even manufacture in that country, and we have a lot of raw materials that we can make anything we want, you know. So do you believe in industrialization? because I mean that creates tons of jobs. You know, we have to go that route. So when you come in, you're not just gonna, you know, grab the natural resources and, you know, kind of trade and what, but you're going to make sure we manufacture things in Ghana and then ship them abroad or whatever, use them. I mean, even agriculture. I know when the Chinese started, you know, they came to the United States and bought one tractor, took it out there and, you know, tore it apart. And it's called reverse engineering. That's what they did. So they started with one tractor and then started, you know, so they were able to feed themselves, you know, and then whatever they couldn't, they, you know, the surplus was exported. So you believe in industrialization, right?
Well, I don't necessarily not have to believe in it, but that's the only way we have to go. So what we're gonna do is, you see, Joe, when you feed your people on your natural resources, what you need to understand as a leader is natural resources are finite.
Yes.
So when it runs out, then what do your people do? You're going to starve them to death? So we're not going to capitalize on the natural resources. What we're going to do is capitalize on the human capital.
Okay.
Because that's infinite, you know, and put more energy into the recyclable, renewable things like agriculture.
Yeah.
We're going to invest $10 billion into agriculture every year for the next 10 years. We're going to make Ghana the agricultural hub of the world and build a super hub in the Brong area with a massive airport the size of Da Sing. Da Sing is in Beijing.
Beijing, yeah, China, okay.
Beijing Airport, Da Sing Airport. The size of that airport, we're going to build in the Brong and transport, fly food all over the world, organic agricultural produce from there to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
See, the way Ghana is scattered with people right now, we want to be able to converge people because of how the new cluster of cities are going to be built. I went to Shanghai. Shanghai has 27 million people living there.
Yeah,
the size slightly bigger than Greater Accra region.
I've been there before, yep.
Yeah, so we're going to bring more people in. And the reason why people are stuck in the villages and in the other regions is because of resource. They don't have enough to eat. Accra is too expensive.
Yeah.
So we're going to build high-rise, full-function communities where it's a place like with Saglame, we're going to put 2 million people to live in Saglame.
I have a question. That's Saglame thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, build 70-story buildings, full-fledged communities with everything in there, so that we build that maybe 2030 in Accra, will contain the whole country and give them all the resource they need and use the rest of the country for farmlands. You see, we're wasting too much good lands for substandard building, and it's making our country messy, filthy, waterlogged. It just doesn't make any kind of sense. So we need some serious planning, and that's what we're bringing in as president and our team.
Yeah, I was watching some news. I can't remember the country. If it's Singapore or one of the countries, all their garbage, it goes underground. They burn them. And then
that's
Malawi, Malaysia,
Qatar.
Okay, one of those countries.
Qatar, that's one of the things they did for the Olympics. They spent $350 billion and built a city. Nobody lives there now. You know, when I went there, that place was empty because they built a city just for the Olympics, and their sewer systems, water systems, garbage systems are all underground.
What I'm trying to bring out is they use the garbage, they burn them, and they use that energy to produce electricity.
So, we can incinerate.
Yeah, I mean,
right now there are 7.5 million pieces of used clothing showing up at our ports every week. 7.5 million pieces. So
junk from the
most of them are not biodegradable, and it's ended up in landfills. And it's a waste. I don't know why any thinking government would allow for such waste to be dumped onto us.
It just doesn't make sense.
Everybody, No, it doesn't. Everybody thinks that they're doing us a favor, giving us used clothes. But what the West knows is they're giving it to us because they don't have a way of getting rid of it. And we think they're doing us a favor. See, that's the level of the level. I'm serious. The level of the thinking level of our leaders.
It's oh my God. At times some words want to come out of my mouth because it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, you know. Kofi, what I heard something on the news about one of the new guys that are trying to get into the politics too. I think he said something about connecting the sea to the waters that we have in Ghana. So I mean, logistics will be fluent, and what's it called? Tourism. It will bring tourism too. I mean, does it make sense? Does that statement does it make sense? To me, I mean, my background, I know we can do it because the Suez Canal, they did the Suez Canal, so we can do that in Ghana. Does it make sense to you? And is it a priority? Should it be a priority?
Well, that's not how. Listen, if you wanted to if you're doing it because of economics, I would do it a different way.
Okay.
Physically, can you do it? Of course, you could do it, but will it make sense? To me, no. And the reason is, look at the damage that Galamsey has done to our lands and our waters.
Yeah.
We are yet to go through maybe 10, 20 years of reclamation. Okay? Why on earth would you want to dig the pristine forest that we have just to put a sea in there if the main objective is to transport goods and services? We could do that on a shuttle. We'll do rail. We could do fast rail and put it on there. We could do HOVs, high occupancy vehicle lanes.
That's true.
Where we build for just tractor trailers to go on. Accra, Kumasi, and it takes a fraction of the time without touching the lands. So say you need anything you want to go down and mess up the entire habitat.
Oh my God!
Just to put a sea? Come on, that's not what Kofi Koranteng will do. I'm of a different. Dubai did it because they did it on the desert. There was no living thing on the desert.
Yeah, so they didn't have to, kill something to create something.
I don't want to kill our beautiful animals and our vegetation, our trees that some are 200-300 years old. Cut them down just to put a sea. Why on earth would I want to do that? I would not want to do that if the object is to bring commerce. If we want to bring commerce, we could put a rail for a fraction. Listen, I priced it at about $219 billion to put a canal from the sea, even if you're doing it from Cape Coast to Kumasi. If you did it from Accra, the repositioning that you have to do will not even make it financial sense. You see? So what I am saying is I'm an engineer. So the first thing that comes to me when you give me a project is there any other way we can accomplish this?
Okay, so you have a
I have a different. Listen, I'll do 6 lanes from here to Burkina Faso, and do 2 extra lanes going, 2 extra lanes coming, just for a high occupancy vehicle access, where only tractor trailers run on those 2. And it will get from here to Kumasi in less than 2 hours because it's going non-stop, full speed, 80 miles per hour. Kumasi will be there in 2 hours. And then put rail, freight rail.
Rail.
Yeah.
You see,
on the same track, on the same pathway.
You see,
and that will carry all the containers. Listen, in Connecticut, you live in Connecticut.
We've seen it.
In Connecticut, there is a rail that comes through New York, goes to Maryland, and goes to all the down, maybe Virginia, and then cuts across mid country and goes to Cali. And they stack 3 three levels of containers, sometimes four, and it goes about 30 miles per hour. And when it gets to any city, they offload the containers and it carries on till the whole rail is empty. You see, that's common sense. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
I'll use.
Go ahead.
When I priced it, the money that we will use to do that project, I could go into the whole of Ashanti region and give every inhabitant, every citizen of Ashanti region $50,000 US to blow. And we will still have enough money to put 10 multiple housing projects together, each containing over 50,000 people in Kumasi. And we'll still have some more money left over to do all the roads in Ashanti region.
You see,
why on earth would I want to spend the money just to put the sea from Cape Coast to Kumasi? That's not what I would do. Maybe somebody else can justify that, but not me.
Now that you talk about it, you see, now that you explain it, I mean, how you would do it, you explain how you do it. You know, I was coming from the engineering side because people thought it was impossible. And I was trying to explain to them that it's possible, we can do it. But now that you're talking about nature, you know, that is going to mess up a lot of our land and all that. That makes sense, you know. So maybe we don't need to do that, you know. And
no. That's Galamsey on steroids, man. Times 10. and it's double self-inflicted Galamsey on steroids because you actually planned the Galamsey to destroy. Why would you want to do that?
Some guys are very happy the way you explained it, the way you know you handle this question. A lot of people are very happy. Yeah, that's Kofi Koranteng, very smart guy, you know. So Kofi, I was watching some current news in Ghana and BBC. Right now, they say the cost of living in Ghana is ridiculous. It's just shooting up. And yesterday, we have some guy called Bawumia, you know, running for president.
What's the name again? Say that name again.
Bawumia.
Oh, never heard of the guy. I'll look him up. Maybe he's a nice guy.
These are some news, you know, and I just read a little bit, and I'm like, oh, really? Okay, and then BBC again says Ghana is the most expensive country in Africa. I mean, to reside in Africa. I mean, we've seen Black Americans coming to stay, and you know, some are coming back because they couldn't handle the pressure. Hospital facilities. Oh my goodness! I mean, yeah. Anytime I talk about that, yeah, me blow that boil here, cause, So one guy said the problem needs demolition and rebuilding, but I don't see a military uniform. He doesn't have to wear a military uniform, you know. So, and he's explained that already. So, Kofi, with all this being said about Ghana and the people experiencing it, I mean, the problem itself, you know, literally. And so, what are you when you come in? I mean, is it going to take you 4 years to fix all these, or we have to give you like 25 years?
All right. So what I always say is, you know, governance is a process. The most important thing you do as the fire starter, which I consider myself, is to, like one of your listeners just said, the whole place has to be demolished.
Yep.
So you demolish, you rebuild, and you enforce. You see? Now, even if it would take me 4 years to do that, the things that comes with the 4 years are change the constitution,
yes,
eradicate corruption, institute a national development plan. These things I have got to do in the 4 years. You talked about BBC doing an episode on Ghana being the most expensive
a place to reside
country to live. Now, it is so because Ghana is the biggest laundry capital in the world.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
And for
yes,
those
that's-
of you who didn't catch that, everybody steals money and comes and washes it here.
Yep.
So they're building all these luxury apartments, and it costs money.
We can't
And
afford
they're
it.
taking the money in dollars.
Yep.
And that's why they're pushing the poor people. You see,
You're listening to Conscious
Ghana doesn't have a
Vibes.
middle class. Ghana has a high class, and the people at the
Yep.
bottom.
Yep. That's it. Period. Yep.
So the high class people at the top class people are spending big cash because nobody knows where they got their money from. And it's further pushing the poor class further down to a point where they can't survive.
Deep hole.
So there's no mid ground.
Yep.
It's all very, very expensive. Like, you want to have a meal, it's like you either work in a kitchen and serve the food, or you come in with 5-10 people and pay all for the entire slate.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground. So that's why it's become so expensive. And anytime there is no middle ground, it tells you that the government has failed, because it's through social programs that a middle class is built.
Evidently, they failed. Yep.
You see? So if the middle class is non-existent, then it means the governments for the last 67 years have failed, because where is the middle class?
Yes.
And if you don't have a middle class, then you always have to go to the IMF, because it's the middle class that generates the economic combustion that pays down your debt. That's why we had 840 billion cedis of debt. Nobody explains that.
Wow. And we're still going for more, right?
We go because you don't have a machinery that can eat up the debt.
Yep.
Where is the machinery that eats up the debt?
Nothing.
It's the middle class.
Nothing
It's not
there.
existent in Ghana. So what do? You have to borrow and borrow and borrow. The government does not know that for me to have a system function by itself automatically, I have to build a middle class, because the middle class people who start jobs and employ all the people who sell in the dog chains on the street.
Exactly. Yep.
The middle class build homes, build things, and bring in businesses. So if you don't have a middle class, the government can't keep up with doing all of that. But because the government has failed to put in the infrastructure to let the middle class blow up. So now they're taking the load of what the middle class should have done. And because they can't keep up, they don't have the systems to do, they have to keep borrowing. To give this artificial impression that they're keeping up, but they're not. And that's why we are accumulating more debt and debt and debt.
So Kofi, you think they know this, or they just don't know, or they don't want to implement stuff like that? Because
they know this, and this is what I'm telling the Ghanaian people and the youth especially. The reason why they know but can't do anything is because of their desire to get power. And let me tell you how that comes into play.
Okay.
They desire so much to get into power, so they take monies from anyone and they sign any deal that get me into power. When I get into power, I'll find a way to pay you, without reading the small print. They get the money, they buy the votes, they get in power, and then the loan holders come and say, hey, listen, I want your concessions. I want this. I want to put this person in a Bank of Ghana. I want to put this person in the Ministry of Finance and Agriculture, and they all non-performance. They all come to rape the system. And then you see before your eyes your systems collapsing, but you can't do anything because you desired so much power, you took the money without thinking about the consequences. And this is exactly what they're doing to me. That's why you, Joe, is telling me that, Kofi, people are not listening to you. You're making sense. People are not listening. Well, people who are not listening, this is how you push people to go borrow money. Kofi will not borrow money. I will tell you the truth, do what I have to do, and at the end of my trail, I will leave. But then if you vote for anybody who has taken monies to create glitz in the campaign, you are in for a bigger surprise. You are an endangered species. It's only in a matter of time. You're going to go down.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of good comments here. You know, people really appreciate you, and whoever doesn't appreciate you, I think is just a crazy person. You know, because you make sense, and you know, it is what it is, and I mean, you tell it as it is, and we can't get people like that around. You know, people want people that will sugarcoat stuff. You know, tell them what they want to hear. But you don't do that. You come up with the facts, you know. So at times, that's why I
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
So do these people know, or they just dumb, or I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me, or it's impossible? Because they say it's hard to do. You know, that's what they say. It's impossible. We can't do it. But they haven't even tried. You see, that's my problem. You know, and then yes, still, they're pushing their own people, the same people, they're pushing them back to power, putting them in positions. So how are you going to get things done? How are you going to get Ghana to, you know, somewhere better if you keep doing the same bad things, you know, things that didn't work for 60-something years? When Kwame Nkrumah left, look at all the factories. They're all gone, you know, and it's ridiculous. Now, Kofi, Agenda, what is it called? Agenda 111, Agenda 88, right now I don't know the number, Agenda 2000, whatever it is. Where did all that stuff go? I mean, tell us something about that. What do you think?
It's this idea that they have figured out that the Ghanaian citizen likes to hear stuff. So they will throw anything out there that sounds palatable for the Ghanaian voter, because the Ghanaian voter, more often than not, does not really think critically about what they're hearing.
At all, yeah.
You see, because if they did, how can a person who cannot give you one promise you 10 and believe that they're going to be able to?
Yeah.
You know, it's not believable. They just don't have a way of doing it. Every agenda they come out with, they will not be able to do well because they're stealing. The monies are going into pockets of people who financed their campaigns. So people of Ghana, let me tell you this. Every project that's done in Ghana is to allow for somebody to rape the system.
Yeah.
They're not real projects. Anything that any minister, any sector does is for somebody to enrich themselves. Because that's the contract they signed. That's why they got your vote. Well, actually, that's why you gave them their vote, because they gave you money.
Yeah.
You see? No, that's what happened. So now it's their time to rape
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
And you are sitting there with your legs open and they're raping you and you can't say anything because that's a contract you signed with them. And Kofi Koranteng is telling you that don't do it again, because they're going to come and rape you again. So anybody you see flaunting money, who is paying people, paying delegates money, and they're going to come and rape you. And if you allow for that to happen, then you have nobody to deserve, to blame. But to do that and go and sit at church and go and sit at your mosque and pray that Allah or God helps you, Allah and God will not help you, because they've given you the mind for you to think.
Yeah.
That's the most precious wealth they have given you, because with that, you can change your destiny. And if you decide that you're going to give it away for 200 cities or 1,000 cities, or for a fridge or a gas cooker, they gave you the fridge. They didn't give you what you put in. They gave you the gas cooker. They didn't give you the food to cook on it. And you still took it and voted for them. Now you're going to be hungry. You see?
It's very hard. I heard one girl, and I think it was on social media, and she said she's MPP supporter, and it doesn't matter if they put a goat as a leader, she's going to vote for the goat because she's going for MPP. I mean, such people live in the country. Kofi, what possibly can change these people's mind?
You don't. And this is what I'm saying, that you can't worry about people like that, because their minds are already baked. You see, you can't change that. But that's who we don't have to worry about. But we have to worry about the conscious people like you and I who decide based on facts and who can change. When we don't do anything, then emphasis and relevance goes to the person like this lady who you're referring to. But we have to come together. Listen.
Yes.
When I lived in New York,
You're listening to
most of my clients were Jewish.
Okay.
And they always wondered how I got into the market because it's the toughest market if you are non-Jewish and you go and do business with Jewish people. They don't do business with anybody. It's against their culture to do business with someone. But it's because I had a very strong referral base. The Jewish people actually speak on my behalf to their friends and family members. So by the time I go into their homes, some of them don't even want me to come to their homes. They want me to meet them at the office because they don't want even people to see that they're doing business with me.
You. Yeah.
But one thing they said, and Joe, I know you know this, is anytime they get together, they pick the smartest out of their bunch, and they all work to support that smart person who they call a rabbi who works in their favor.
Yep.
You see, we don't do that. There's always competition. Oh, I'm better than Joe. Joe is better than me. I'm fighting with this person. You can never get ahead like that. You have to be humble to understand that there is somebody who knows more than Kofi. When I get into an arena and I realize that that person is better than me, I am supporting them with what I have so that they can become better for my benefit. And they know that they have a responsibility that where they've been lifted to, it's for not only them, more for us before them.
Kofi,
you see?
Kofi, let me ask you one thing.
The Jewish people hold that very, very dear, and that's why as a small population, they have dominated the world.
Kofi, let me ask you. There's one guy here saying, I disagree with some things that Kofi says. Does that mean I'm crazy? Or say, you think he's crazy because he disagrees with you?
No.
Okay.
So Obia will not drink. Say Obin kana semi ya kasi bia open on him nyansa. Into bia or far or can. Miss Mission BB woman, John County into.
Yeah, Kofi is here. I mean, let us know what the things you disagree with him on, and so we can. Because you said you disagree with him on some things. I want to know exactly what you disagree with, because I don't see anything that this guy is saying that's wrong. I mean, I don't. But you're not crazy, brother. So, oh my goodness, Tamaro fast 12:23. Yes, man. Kofi. Yeah, you do better than number one. See, there was a dim como. I mean, just people. A lot of people. I'm getting a lot of kudos here. You know, just P told me that he disagrees with you, but everybody else is saying some good things here.
So, P, on my kind of
yeah, P. I mean, you can go to you can go to my WhatsApp and call 860-374-1095. 860-374-1095. I don't know where you're watching from, but if you're in the US here or Europe or even Ghana, just call WhatsApp, okay? And then I mean I will have you talk to Kofi right now. Kofi, I mean that's what I like about him. If there's something you don't understand, he really wants to hear what it is and then talk to you about it. To convince you, and that's a real man. Okay, so, okay, what's it? He said, I said that anybody that disagrees with you is crazy. I'm sorry, P. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Okay. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say that.
P, not opposite or to say one so my comments. Share that kind of say we got a comment out of you, so now we're straight.
Thank you, P. Thank you very much. Everybody that's watching, thank you. Yeah, we've seen a lot of good comments here. Kofi.
So Joe, so P didn't have a question for me. Come on, P, you have to have a question for me.
P, if you have a question, just text him right now, okay? He was actually pissed because I said, "Who doesn't agree with Kofi? It's crazy." I'm sorry. All right, but if you have any questions,
he was only kidding, man. He was only kidding.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, you can type it in here right here, and then we'll if you're on Facebook, or you can send it through my WhatsApp, and then we'll let Kofi know. Kofi, so what else do you have to tell Ghanaians? We got about 25 minutes. 25 minutes.
You're listening to
Come on, I thought this was gonna be a heart-wrenching question.
Kofi, with me, I see. One thing is when I bring somebody on my show, there are some shows that when you go there, they know the facts, but they wanna give you a hassle. They will ask some. I mean, you try to ask a hard question, which I know Kofi will make you look stupid by asking a hard question, because, and everything that you say, I've followed you for a long time, so I'm not those kind of people. And whatever you say makes sense to me, and it makes sense to a lot of people. Some people just want to hear from you because they heard your name, and they don't know who you are, and they don't see the potential, So when you speak like that, it really echoes. You see what I'm saying? So right now we have you on Conscious Vibes Radio. I mean, we are everywhere. People are watching you around the world right now. Germany, England, I mean, you name it. So talk to us. Like right now,
All right.
You're doing a campaign. Talk to Ghanaians.
All right. So Joe, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
And for everybody who's watching us, please listen to me, please. Because you see, I'm not a politician. I'm just a concerned Ghanaian citizen who is very passionate about their country, and I am scared of where this country is going. If we don't make the right choice in the December 2024 election, we might not have the chance to reverse this thing. And just so you can understand, there are over 330 babies being born a day into teenagers because they don't have homes. We don't have any industry. We have over 2 million of our most prime human stock unemployed. The unskilled, unemployed.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Food is expensive. We don't have any foreign exchange reserves. So the government is toast. We can't control our inflation because we don't produce anything. Over 99% of our domestic market is controlled by foreign markets, especially China. We don't have any trade surplus. People are stealing from our coffers, state coffers, like there's no tomorrow. It's almost as if they've gotten an office memo that the system is going to collapse, so steal what you can get your hands on. All on the backdrop of more students being graduated, no jobs to do, people dying in our healthcare systems, multinational companies jumping ship, leaving Ghana because they see the signs and they know that this thing has the last lifeline. Nothing works in Ghana. Rule of law, law and order, non-existent. Roads are decrepit, buildings are falling apart, flooding everywhere, streetlights don't work. Who runs this country? How long are we going to sit on the edge and watch the land that produced us wither away to oblivion? How long? I know most of you are sitting at your homes and saying that this thing is cooked. is done. It's irreversible. But I am telling you, we can reverse it. We can reverse with people who love this country, who are passionate about this country, who understand the problems that this country has. And this is why I'm coming to you, that come with me. Join us as we walk to December 7th, 2024. Support us. Our website is kofikoranteng.com. Go to the donate button and help us, because we need money. We're dealing with MPP who is sitting on $1 billion of cash. Where did they get that from? They got that money from COVID money that the IMF gave them and all the other loans that they got. You have NDC sitting on over $400 billion for this election because they have to win. And basically all they want to do is protect each other. Because so long as the ball remains in the court of the MPP and NDC, nobody knows what's going on, and they will continue to ride Ghana to a halt. What I am asking you is come with me, because we have a chance. We have a chance to install someone who loves Ghana, who will be honest. Someone who said that I am going to strip all the presidential exceptions so that if I steal money, I'm dealt with like any common man without any protection. You're someone who is changing the Constitution. You have someone who is saying that I am going to punish, prosecute, and kill anyone who has stolen monies and caused financial loss to a state. Mine is not to pat people on the back and put them in for 2 years and they come back and go to the estate that they stole. No, we're taking all our money back plus penalties plus fees. And we're going to punish you on top. We don't care if you are dead. We will take our property back. All the sold property, all the lands that they have stolen from Ghana, we will take everything back, every single one of them. We will crush everything to the ground and bring it to pristine original levels of how Kwame Nkrumah left it. I am serious. This is why they don't want me to be president, but this is why you have to make me president. Because I am the only one who is on board. I'm the only one. Everybody else is bought in this. So come along with me. What is the worst that could happen? The worst, absolute worst that could happen is you will see another MPP NDC. But just
you're listening to Conscious Vibes.
as you give me a chance to come, what you're going to see is a totally new Ghana. We're going to demolish all the structures that we have and completely put in new systems. We're going to be accountable to the people. We're going to build a new nation. We're going to build it on a new constitution. We're going to build it eradicating corruption and bringing the axe down on anyone who's caused financial loss to the nation. We're going to build it on a national development plan so that these political parties will not bring in their manifestos to change direction anytime we wake up to a new way. That's why I tell you that the only way we're going to build this thing is by, in a national development plan, build housing, build healthcare, build meaningful employment, build relevant education, build a whole new transportation infrastructure, put in telecommunications, build security so that people don't sip into this country, criminals don't sip into this country. Build recreation so we can enjoy what God has given us as a people. Build the markets for our women and everybody else who works through the markets and an informal sector to put food on your table. And lastly, build an environment where private sector meets the rest of the world in a functional central business district. I am the only one who understands building a nation, not some flimsy social intervention that doesn't have any foundation of survival like a 24-hour economy. It means nothing. Not building toilets. No. Not giving you chickens to rear and sell eggs from it. Not licensing Okada. Not doing any of those nonsense. Building a new nation of substance. Come with me, join us, help us, donate handsomely. www.kofikoranteng.com/donate. If you get on kofikoranteng.com, the donate button is the top right-hand corner in red. Click on it and help us because we need it. If you have anything in kind to help us with, please do. The leaders and members of the New Vision movement who have done an incredible job since 2019, they are on standby. And next month on the 8th, we are having our inauguration at the Teachers Hall at Adabraka. Join us if you can and come see our policies unveiled. We are a different breed. We are the only ones who is going to restore Ghana in the mind of how Nkrumah wanted. Nobody else have the love that we have, so come with us. This is our destiny. This is our chance. Let's rescript it. Thank you.
Yeah, man. That was Kofi Koranteng. Kofi, a question be about this year. Remember one call say, P or say, Membusa say, have you traveled across Ghana? And he just called somebody in Bono region, and they telling him they have no idea who you are. So
travel minia, but Ghana no esto. And sebe unse the Ghana for you used to say or travel ne bia ye jina car so near to sikegu and you be hey chair my why you need now about 2 months.
Exactly. That's
why yes and yeah obi two din krampa yin few.
Yeah.
Because from tia de na say inti enokre nkrofo pi enti yenka but menua wu tie me wo wakọ wo neighborhood akobisa say why ni Kofi Koranteng ayaka cho say yenim wo no please accept my plea to you. Say
you're listening to Conscious Vibes.
They say wo responsibility say would the mimi din beko baby a wo ko bisa ya ye see ye nim me no wo pese wo boa na ye o many year. Don't just stand there and say Kofi ye nim wo makachi o na mum famidin ekoho koye posters na fa koho wo fre 059 obi a wo bibi de mayen a ye de ba be inauguration on the 8th of June next month. Your number is 059-999-5120. Your number is 059-999-5120. Who be the maya we no momo ebeba. Dear was so your Kofi Koranteng. Na ubia opese will reach out to us bianon so uko kofikoranteng.com option wo ha obetumi de afre ye mpanyimfo no befrew na wabeka yen ho wo pese wo ye t-shirts ma yen wo ye posters wo ye billboard krampo ewo wo wakachi a p omodin akosi poster kosi billboard ewo wo village ho wo north ho why kosi billboard kese na fa Kofi Koranteng boss say he's the man 2024 TMV Tumano, Ubi Obefa Ubi Abaka say yes. P did it. Near their cancer. Minty won't so Ubia won't team in Kawa neighborhood Biano. This is an opportunity. Say Ubaka Koye BB, SC poster, SC billboard, at the flyer, Sabo Bobo, why t-shirts, I'm a for. Yes, Ramo, Muna mo mfa mo ho nyimwai. Na Ghana hia mo moa. Do ya that's it.
All right. That was Kofi Koranteng. Kofi Koranteng.
Every day
Yeah, man.
I give praise to
Yeah, incredible Kofi Koranteng. Yeah, that's a sir. You invite to, but I mean, I've gotten a lot of kudos here. Everybody. Yeah, I hope you come back again someday. And then, Conscious Vibes is here to advocate for you, and we'll talk about you, and then we'll bring you back again. Yeah, man, Kofi. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's an incident.
Yeah, that's it. Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Nyamisha, Panchi, Etiefo, ne Momo Nano, Yada Muna Massese, Munyabo Triti, ye can be Bini Ankan year, and Yan Swat. It's all in the love and passion.
Yes, I am.
Moma Boye, Yada Muna Massi. Joe.
All right. Kofi, big up. Yes,
all
man.
the best. Thank you.
All right, yeah, we thank you so bye. Yeah, back us
Yeah, that's
behind the scenes. Yeah, back us
balance.
All right. Yeah, man, take care. All right, bye. Let me end this.
and that feeling was an unusual feeling. In my bone, yeah. It's in my blood. In my toes.
Yeah, man, that was Kofi Koranteng. Yeah, I love this guy. Ja. O answer question bi am ni ajupa. Eki ade puko kumasi o sese de ejai.
To check out what's matter.
Rasta.
I went to the doctor
Bidi akwamara o de ho ene de mawu.
to find out the matter. Doctor said, son,
Yeah, man. Beat goes on till 1 o'clock. Yeah, we have about 18 more minutes. Let's spend some time, Yeah, Kofi Koranteng were very incredible, and some of the kind, he always makes sense, Yeah, at times, it is what it is, But if you never heard, about this guy before, this is the time. This is the time to research him. Yeah, this is the right time to research him. Now we see some no canon. Now we shall make it sense. Ghana, we hear change.
On the train bound from nowhere, I met up with the gambler. We were both too tired to sleep.
Well, because you hear change now, BB how?
So staring
No credit.
out the window
We need the more.
darkness till boredom overtook
Go do my thing. Go back around to me talk.
speed. She said, son, I've made a lot out of reading people's faces.
Yeah, but listen to Conscious Gong.
What you got,
Be at the selector for the day. Call me Mr. Reggae Ambassador. Yeah, man.
you don't mind me saying, I can see your outer faces. For a taste of your whiskey, I give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. And then he bummed the sea
Yeah, all people that came to Facebook, thank you.
for a light.
One with your app and also thank you.
Deathly quiet.
Yeah, consciousvibes.com.
Lost all expression.
Yeah, man, check my website.
Gone to play the
We got
game.
shows. We are linked with 3F from Ghana.
You got
92.7. Yes, I am.
know when,
Black Rasta.
know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. Sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
Yeah, man. The beat goes on. Equal rice. Yeah, original by Peter Tosh, but this is a Bushman version. It's a beta. Rastafari. wa feel Kofi bi akwahwehwe no wate. Obati sa kro na mai. Enkokrafo de ja go mo time otwam ja.
Everyone is crying out for peace, I say. None is crying out for justice. Everyone is crying out for peace, I tell you. None is
Crying out for justice.
But I don't want no peace. I need equal rights and justice. I've got to get it. Equal rights.
Yeah, Mama Africa, Bushman version. Yeah, anytime you play this music, me miss home. Warm, sweet, warm. Yeah, me want to go back home. Yeah, man. Someday, Rasta.
Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Mama Africa. Say, Mama Africa. How are you doing, mama? Yeah, Mama Africa.
Yeah, we got some few minutes to listen to reggae music.
Long time no see,
Every Saturday.
mama.
Yeah, we come here and we praise Jah in a reggae style. Eh?
From you, mama. Oh, Lord. Long before I was born, hey, you took me away from you, mama. Hey, long before I came on, yeah, mama Africa. Oh, Lord. How are you doing, mama? I wanna know now, Mama
Africa.
Yeah, long time no see you.
Yeah, me miss warm, sweet, warm. Yeah, man. One day me have to go back. Africa.
Yo, it don't matter who you know, it don't matter where you grow. Hear me, big man. You hear me? Check in the stage show.
Don't care where you come from, as long as you're a black
Yeah,
man.
but that was Kofi Koranteng. Incredible. Yeah, Kofi I rewind it here. And someone can you be on you know.
You have
The guy is knowledgeable. Yeah, man.
of an African. Perfect sound. Cause if you come from Clarendon, and if you come from Portland, and if you come from Westmoreland, you're an African. You are who you are, and nothing will change. Long as you're black, nothing will please. Those cases, false faces, they think that you slice from birth to
Yeah, man, listen to the words. Anytime you play reggae music, we want you to listen to the words.
You're listening to
It
Conscious
don't matter where you come from.
from a
As
man
long as you're a black man,
force
come from Africa, where I and I come from.
or anywhere from near about ya.
You're an African.
Yeah. No matter where you come from, as
Long as you're a black man. Reggae ambassador. Yeah, enough of people call me DJ, me not DJ. Yeah, me preach the gospel.
I'm Mr. Reggae.
Yeah, me preach the gospel through reggae music. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm Mr. Reggae.
Reggae ambassador.
Play me reggae music in any condition. Drop it in a style, drop it in a fashion. Everywhere I go, I'm rocks the reggae man. Play me reggae music and chant on Babylon. Whoa, whoa.
Time I run fast. 12:48 p.m.
Ambassador.
We got 12 more minutes to go. Little reggae music.
I'm Mr. Reggae Ambassador. Me come from Mandeville, I'm a true Jamaican. Me come a Kingston and me join a reggae band. Me travel Africa and me travel Japan. Me mother proud of me, so she just love I man. Whoa, 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 yeah. I'm Mr. Reggae Ambassador. Hey. Whoa, 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 yeah. I'm
Mr. Reggae ambassador.
Hey. Respect. God bless.
Yeah, man. Beat goes out to 1 o'clock. One Love by Ziggy Marley. Original by Peter Tosh, yeah, but this is a Ziggy Marley version. A beta Rasta. And don't forget, we are in collaboration with 3FM 92.7 Ghana. If you want to listen to Black Rasta, you have to tune in. Yeah, man.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
One love, one
That's what Kofi Koranteng is preaching about. One love, one Ghana, one family, one tribe, one people.
One love, and hear my cry. One heart, give a thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Oh, let's them get together and feel alright. Let a man pass all his dirty remarks. There is one question I'd really love to ask. Is there a place for those hopeless sinners who would hurt all humankind just to save their own? Believe me, one
One love, yeah. Waiting for Coco T alongside Kitty Ranks.
Coco T make this
Bad combination.
so long. It seems like you not stand up as a true man, but this is me loving strong. She have to come along.
I don't wanna wait in vain for your love.
Baby girl,
I don't wanna wait in vain for your
12:51 p.m.
Yeah, man.
9 more minutes we go. No problem. Everything is everything, you know.
smile as a little girl. My heart says follow through, but I know now that I'm way down on your line.
she looks so fine.
But the way things feeling fine.
She a one of a kind.
So don't treat me like a puppet on a string,
Don't pull me.
cause I know I can do my thing. Don't talk to me if you think I'm dumb. I wanna know when you're gonna come.
All I know, she have to come with me. Wanna take her down to Paris, take her down to Rome, take her to the beach and from there to my home. Candlelight dinner for only two alone. No disturbance, no calling on the phone.
No calling on the phone, you know. Me there with me, girl. Love overdue, Egyptian version.
Conscious Vibes.
Listen me, darling.
La la la.
Who's gonna hold and squeeze me tight? Now that she's gone out of my life, who's gonna make me feel the way she used to do? Yeah, now that my love is overdue. Now that my love is overdue, I'm all alone in the wilderness, searching to find some peace and rest.
Yeah, man. We can't play the whole of music, you know.
Though she wasn't
We have to cut it short. Back to my roots. Rastafari. Like a dube.
I went to a party
The other night.
They said it's gonna be right there. But when we were at the party, I was disappointed.
Seth Bimpe, thank you, Seth. Yeah, man.
All we could hear there
What's the crack I do?
oh, we do. And the music they play there
was not good.
For a rasta.
12:55. We got 5 more minutes to go, you know. No problem. Everything is everything. Yeah, but like we say, we are the selector for the day. Call me Mr. Reggae Ambassador.
I'm going back to my roots.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Sound that I need.
I'm going back.
Yeah, man, back to my roots. Yeah, next number, Slice of Mount Zion Culture.
A slice of Mount Zion is for I. A slice of Mount Zion is for I. I pray to Jah earnestly to please let me live honestly. Love my brother, that's all I need. I need no riches, just harmony. A slice of Mount Zion is for I. A slice of Mount Zion is for I. I'm willing just to lay down a Zion doorway.
Yeah, beat goes on to 1 o'clock, 5 more minutes. Stone Boys, Hillsong Valley. Yeah, man, tear them, Stone Boy.
Said it's you alone that makes my world more than diamond, gold, and pearl. The only legacy I cannot sell, yeah. This story I be tell. Said that you 1 out a million in the whole wide globe. The only stuff, the joy that gives me hope. Without you around, I cannot cope with the weather and the pressure. Oh no. None could ever tear us apart. None could ever make me break your heart. Ghanaian girl, so sweet.
Oh, Ghanaian girl.
Give me loving, burning on.
Turn the Rasta.
Burning on, burning on, burning on. Yeah. Over the hills and valley, from mountain top to the gully, I sing this song for you, yeah. I love you, baby. Never gonna get you off my mind, forever till the end of time. Over the hills and valley, mountain top to the gully.
Yeah, beat goes, son.
Babylon.
One Ghana show.
Watch me.
Brackers.
I don't see them at all. Because I know it's a Jah Rastafari. Yeah. Me no worry about me 1 Ghana shoe. Coming was a meet and I go come for $10 boot. Me have to move and catch up the queue. Can me blessing the on the way. Hey, who come me what's the man?
Chale me chale.
What you know me want to every band champ Tessie.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, me no worry about me 1 Ghana shoe. Coming was a meet and I go come for $10 boot. Yeah. Me have to move and catch up the queue. Can me blessing the on the way.
Oh my goodness. 12:58. I'm around fast. 2 more minutes. No problem.
Then you would 3 say kube. China pick you maybe the dollar sign, Gabbani, Gucci, Prada, Armani, Bugatti. Me fishing in a progress, me no worry. Man wanna hit it big like Titanic. Turn up, me get to youth just roll up. Place me set for you, done this stubborn. Burn up, and never watch no informer. Jana your shield, him go give you the honor. Rama, make ya fling like Obama. Watch your step, make you no watch no other. Stagger, the bad mind with a dagger. How it's job bad.
Yeah, my beat goes so Mama Africa by Black Prophet. One more minute. No problem. Mama Africa. Hey, Africa be a unit. Yeah, me have to call it a day. Me I go play one more number. Then me I go call it a day.
Me remember
Same time next Saturday.
me roots, mama.
Yeah, man.
You used to in a paradise.
Papa Koti Kwame Pata. This is my last music. Then me I go call it a day. Yeah, man. Big up.
Out of fireplace now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Out of fireplace now. Cruisy. Where did they light on now? Louder.
Papa Koti. After this music, I'm gone. Yeah, man. Same time next week, you know. Yeah, join me same time next week. Come to Facebook. Let's do it together.
I wanna me shimmy ganja. Me say Papa Koti. Koti. Jame I wanna me shimmy ganja. Papa Koti. Papa Koti. Jame I wanna me shimmy ganja. I sorry I do for 222. In a the ghetto, this man no.
Yeah, thank you all for joining. Yeah, when you go home, tell people that don't know about Kofi Koranteng. You know, you have to spread the news. Yeah, we have to do it. Yeah, man. One family, one black, one Ghanaian. Yeah, man.
Ghetto youth, I say me name, Papa Koti. Papa Koti. Jame how na me shimi ganja. Papa Koti. Papa Koti.
Yeah, man, me call it a day. Yeah, bye-bye, everybody. But that man say one bar Facebook. One with your app, go to Conscious Gong, consciousvibes.com. Vibes in here, VYBZ. Check me out. Yeah, man. Bless them.
Simoni Madia Mumbani Shawa Mobo Adam no cocaine. Cocaine. Simoni Madia Mumbani Shawa Mobo Adam no cocaine. Now every day we party. Every day we party. Every day we